Plaza Auto Group Studios. Experience the power of one with 8 brands and 25
Come on,
locations.
say it.
Always
Say it.
live on the free
Come on,
Odyssey
say it.
app. The Larry Steinhouse.
Say it.
You're hot.
Oh.
You're hot.
Gross.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Larry Steinhouse Show. I'm Larry Steinhouse, and I'm back. You guys did
back.
the show. You guys did the show last week without me,
Yes.
and I usually listen to you. I could not listen to you last week. I was so busy. I was in Mexico.
So I think the assumption is if you can't do the show, you can't listen to the show because you are busy.
Well, that's not really true. I can't do the show because I'm not in the studio, right? So that's the real problem, right? Exactly. You know what I mean?
So every time you're not here, I
Does that make sense?
assume you should call us in at 855-939-1137 and
I
at
could
least
do that.
be part.
I could try that.
Do you know what happens when you
So
assume?
we got 2 cameras here. Maybe I can get you.
I don't know which one works. It doesn't matter.
I know they're all not working. So
Brian
it
is
doesn't
more
matter.
important.
But I got Brian's working. I got yours
But
working.
Brian
I got
just
mine
said,
working.
what happened when you assume?
What?
Do you know what assume stands for?
Assume. No, what?
I don't know if I can say it on the radio.
No, you can't. In
I don't
this
know
show,
if you can say it.
Yes, you can say it.
in this
Yes,
show,
you
you
can.
can.
So the word assume, A-S-S-U-M-E, makes an ass out of you and me.
Ass out of you and me. Okay.
That's what happens when you assume.
Okay.
You know, his headphones.
Can we move on?
I'm having trouble with everything today. What's
Yeah,
going on?
so Larry is talking about how frustrated he is with all the
All my technology's not working.
Exactly. I don't know what's going on.
All right. So anyway,
So I had the same problem last week. None of the cameras work.
Yeah.
I had to reset everything.
Right.
And all that. And I think we
and
need
the cameras still aren't working.
I
Right.
think we need to upgrade the gimbals.
Yeah, all the gimbals need to be replaced. I know.
Yeah, I think so. That's
I know.
how
You
it
know,
seems.
they're $150 each, and they've been around for 5 years.
Yeah.
It's probably time to upgrade them all.
We appreciate them. They did a good job.
Yeah.
We honor them.
Yeah, we definitely need to do something.
Who
All right.
interrupted the intro? You interrupted yourself?
I interrupted myself. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know what my intro is at this moment. So,
Okay.
Ready? So I survived my trip. I made it home, and despite everyone's best efforts while I was gone, they somehow managed not to burn the studio down. But you almost did because you broke all the cameras.
Correct.
So Omri and Deb and everybody did a great job for keeping the train on the track last week. At least keeping it close enough, right? So joining me today though is Omri and Brian. Dr. Deb is out today.
Aviator.
Yeah, Dr. Deb is out today.
So I hope everybody is feeling good because there's no doctor in the room.
So I'm not feeling good. I got a
I
cold
see.
that won't go away. I cough that just won't go away.
It's not. I have the same thing. You hear my voice with the nose?
Yeah.
And my it's the weather.
Is it the weather?
It's all the smoke and
Is
I
it the
can't
smoke?
breathe. I can't
Yeah,
breathe.
maybe that's what it is.
I go to work out, I start to run, and I choke.
Really?
After 50 meters, I choke because I can't breathe.
So maybe it is this crazy smog
It
that we
is,
have.
whatever
it
it
could
is.
be. It could be. Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, we can blame the Canadian.
We definitely. All right. Anyway, we're broadcasting live from Investor Schooling headquarters, where people learn how to invest in real estate, trade stock options, build real wealth. And if you've been thinking about taking control of your financial future, visit investorschooling.com and reserve your seat for today for a free Thursday night class.
Free.
All right. I want to talk about the Sultan Income Fund. I'm actually going to skip over this thing and talk about the Sultan Income Fund. You know,
Sure.
we are crushing it. So I want to be careful and say, what am I supposed to say, Brian?
You are supposed to say that this is not an offer to sell or a solicitation to buy securities. Any offering is made only by private placement memorandum and only to verified accredited investors under Rule 506C of Regulation D. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Past performance is not indicative of future results.
Yeah, but past performance has been awesome, hasn't it?
Yeah, but Passport Mommy, no.
But wait. Can we talk about one thing at a time?
Yeah, it just sounds the same to me.
Yeah, I got you. Past performance and Passport Mommy, really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
You're like.
I know it blew a fuse. Okay,
We are trying to talk about the fund, and how great we're doing.
let's do that.
Like we had shareholders this month get, I think it was as high as $6,000.
I know, it was
on $100,000 for a month, right?
For the Aviator or for
The Aviator.
For the Aviator.
Yeah, I mean even both funds did great.
I know.
I mean there was some great returns this year, and Brian, of course, is the fund manager for the Aviator Fund. I'm the fund manager for the Sultan Fund, and we're crushing it.
Mm-hmm.
We are crushing it. And, if you guys are interested in the fund, by the way, you can send a text message to 26786, the word Sultan to 26786. You can find out more information about that. You'll get a text message back with a link, and it'll give you all the information you need to know, and you can actually enroll if you want to. You don't have to, you could just ask questions. I don't care. It's fine with me. You don't have to send us your money. We don't care. But if you're interested in it, you can send a text message to 26786, the word Sultan, and you can find out more information about that. And
if you have a normal phone, text the word Sultan, SULTAN, to 26786. That's Sultan, SULTAN, to 26786, and you will get all the information.
Did I just say that? Are we going to go through this again?
Do you want my version of it?
Yes.
Yes, what's your version?
I don't have one.
Oh, you
It's
should.
it's like you guys are in a two-circle dogfight and nobody's winning or losing.
He's the star.
A two-circle dogfight. That must be an aviator.
It is.
So what does that mean?
So in the military, if you're flying a fighter aircraft and you're doing ACM or air combat maneuvering, which we simply call BFM or basic fighter maneuvering, that's like the first Top Gun movie where they go head to head and they try to get their nose on before the other person gets their plane's nose on so that they can achieve a weapon solution.
You just made Top Gun a boring movie.
Dogfighting is what they call it. Yeah.
I just okay.
So it's a type of fight, two circle
two
versus
circles?
two circle versus one circle. If I went into it, you would lose you and the rest of the audience. So.
You already have, so that's why I was bringing it up. All right, so Omri, people could call into the show. What number can they call into the show for?
I don't know.
It's right here.
Okay, thank you.
It was written down.
That's 855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137. Call us with any question, anything you want to talk about. 855-939-1137. We'll be very happy to accept your call.
All right, we're 5 minutes into the show, and we already have nothing to say.
Yes, correct. And we started it 5 minutes late.
And we started 5 minutes late because we're having technical difficulties.
Yeah, but we can.
And we got nobody online. Nobody's even saying hi.
We can actually talk very more about the subject that you just brought, because it's amazing to me with the system that we built, with the covered call system, how even when we have a correction, even when the market is going down, it benefits us. It benefits
still making money,
somehow.
Yeah,
it's pretty amazing to me.
I know it's such a great system that we've created.
I know.
And it's real. It's funny because people come to us like all the time. Like, by the way, we teach it. So there's two things. One, we teach it in investor schooling, and obviously, if you're an accredited investor, you can be in the fund as well. What do you got here for me?
Okay.
What do you got here for me? He's handing me a form here.
Ooh, we waited for that.
Look at this.
Yeah. So for you listeners that are not watching us online, Brian just gave us a report. Now, Brian,
I don't even know if it's a report. I think it's more than a report.
He's the reporter for investor schooling, and that's one of the things we live in. So
you want to go through this with the people online?
Yeah, you just check out 1, 2, 3, 4. Check out page 5. That's
page 5.
That's the easiest one. It's called 3 Students Month In, Month Out.
Wow,
that's awesome, man.
Look at this. This is cool. Hold on.
3 students month in and month out.
3 students month in and month out. So basically, what he did was he put together a PowerPoint presentation that he printed for us. That he's did you do this presentation?
Hell no.
Okay, so
I didn't do it. Guess who did it?
Oh, I know. Claude did it. But the point is,
it was me.
When you say, did you do the presentation?
I gave him the result. You
did. Okay. So we have 3 students, and these are real students, right?
Oh yeah.
And we're just not showing their name. So one person did 9.7% in a month. The other one did 9.1% in a month. The other one did 8.3%.
Those are average.
So what was the difference between the 3 students?
So here we go. Student A, if you look right below that, it says their average monthly return is 9.7%. Their starting capital was $20,000. Their average premium per month is $1,941.
Right. So then we say premium, just so that people know.
Yeah.
This is what they drew off their account. So they put in $20,000, and they get a check at the end of the month for $1,941 off their account. Okay.
Yep. And they've been doing it for 5 months. That student, right below it, you see it says 5 months.
Right.
That's how long they've been doing it, and their total premiums in those 5 months is $9,707. Now that's off of $20,000.
That's pretty impressive.
Think about the percentage, and we need to explain to people that are listening right now. The percentage will be applied to any money they will put in. It doesn't give them this option or this amazing percentage of almost 10%
and then you need to understand
a month.
too. This is what's important too. That what we're talking about right now. This is what we teach you how to do. These are their own accounts. These are not. We don't have anything to do with these accounts. We don't trade these accounts. We do have a fund, which is different. But this is their accounts. This is their money.
Correct.
After we teach them how to do it, this is what they do. Okay, student B. What was the results there?
So student B's average monthly return is 9.1%, and they've been doing it for 5 months as well. And their starting capital was $210,000. So a pretty large account. Their average premium, the amount of money that they withdraw out of their account every month is $19,000.
Approximately, right.
Approximately, yeah,
Right,
$19,000.
right.
Right. They've been doing it for 5 months. So in those 5 months, they've generated in premiums $95,293.
So basically, the guy puts in $210,000. He already withdrew $95,000. And he has somewhere near the $200,000.
Yeah, absolutely.
Left, right?
Yep.
Somewhere near that. That's awesome, right? And then what's the last one?
So then the last one student here is their average return is 8.3%. They've only been doing it for 2 months. They started with $100,000, and their average premium draw each month is $8,326 for a grand total over 2 months of $16,653.
We keep saying percent. I want to make it very clear to the listeners. This is monthly, not
Correct. Monthly.
Yeah.
This is
Right.
monthly and not yearly.
Annually. Yeah, absolutely.
Correct. So
So
remember,
9.7, 9.1, 8.3, and we have other students that have the same kind of numbers. I mean, I'm doing the same kind of numbers on my accounts. You're doing the same kind of numbers on your accounts. Obviously, Brian's doing the same kind of numbers on his accounts. This is what we're teaching, and this is amazing stuff. It's all real. And the funny part is we have students who they'll come here, they'll do it, and they'll say, wait a minute, this can't be real. It can't be real. It can't be right. It's not something I've ever seen before. How come my stockbroker didn't tell me how to do this?
You know what? We know we have students that are listening to us right now. I want to bring a contest, okay? Because we talked about that a lot in the last week or so. I want people to call and tell us right now what is the defense they are getting when they are telling people how much money they make, or they are telling people what they are doing and what the return they are getting. I will start, and I will tell you that the last conversation I had with a friend about what am I doing, the line that he brought with one of the most common line is, why not everybody do the same? If it's
Isn't
that
it a funny
good,
question? Like, why doesn't everybody do it? Because they don't know how.
Exactly. Why is not everybody do it? So if you try to expose your friends and family to that, and you got any kind of response like that, please give us a call and share with us. 855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137.
So, Brian, in your opinion, can anybody do this?
Yeah, absolutely.
But how smart do they have to be?
It's not about being smart or dumb. It's about knowing 3 or 4 things and then having the courage and to do it,
Right.
and sticking with it. So when obviously I read a lot of books on options and all that stuff, and every book, they all have a consistent theme, which is when you get into stock options, you got to have a system, and your system can look like many different things. There's 300, 600 different ways that you can combine calls and puts and give it a name, and it can be really confusing, right? But they all say most people only trade 1 to 3 different ways.
That's right.
And covered calls, in the way that we're explaining it, that's just one system, and you've tested this system for a year and now longer than that, and you have a very specific way. I've never read about in any book, I've never read about the way that you teach it and how you can use it as a reliable income source. So that is a system, and we have real student results here, and everybody and people have fun doing it. It's not that hard, right? So you do it once a month. If you're doing monthly, if you're selling calls monthly, then it's once a month. And if you have your own account, it takes you 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, but it's pretty easy.
So if you're listening to this, there are a lot of people a lot dumber than you making a lot more money than you.
Pretty much.
Right? And
is that what I said?
So I'm looking, I will ignore the insult. I'm just looking, and I'm seeing that the person, and of course we put names aside, that put the least amount of money into investment
made the most percentage. So that's kind of interesting, but I think it's just.
I know it's a coincidence.
It is a coincidence.
But I want to use it to explain that even if you don't have $100,000 or $200,000 or $500,000 or whatever to invest, you can still make this kind of money.
Right, and I also want to say, most importantly, that this is their money. We
Correct.
literally teach them the system, and they do their own thing. And these results are pretty much what we're getting across the board. Now, I have to say it. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even believe it from my heart, but I have to say it because the law says I have to say it, right? Past performance is no guarantee of future performance. And, your money's at risk and blah, 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 all the things that the FTC and regulations make me say, even though I don't believe those things in my heart. But I have to say them because, who knows, right? I mean, I could think of ways that you could lose all your money in this. But believe me, the ways that I think that you could lose all your money in this, you have a lot more problems than losing all your money.
Agreed.
Because the stock market would literally have to shut down.
Correct.
And that would be the only way you could lose all your money quickly,
So you saw, we've been in an event on Tuesday night, you and me.
Yes.
And you saw how I like to explain the whole idea of what we do here in the covered calls. Actually, you think you saw it before. Because many people have stocks.
Yeah.
Many people have stocks. Sometimes they have no access to them because it's part of whatever Fannie Mary, whatever they call it.
Funny, Mary.
Yeah. But they have the same risk that we have.
That's right.
The same risk. A person that buy a stock and put it in a drawer have the same risk that I have with doing covered calls.
That's correct. And then the covered calls pays you on top of it.
Correct. They
So
don't.
that's right.
They don't get it.
Some people might be thinking, oh, they must be talking about dividends paying stocks.
No,
we're not.
No.
We're not talking about dividend paying stocks. As a matter of fact, there's no dividend out there that's paying. I don't know. Do you even know if a dividend is paying 9% a year? I think most dividends are paying 5% a year, 3% a year, 2% a year, right? Right? They're paying these. That's per year. We're talking about making this kind of money per month. And you get the dividend on top of it.
Correct.
You get to keep the dividend.
Correct. Yes.
So how cool is that?
It's pretty awesome. It is pretty awesome. So I'm telling you right now, I did some math. Okay?
Okay.
You know I like math.
I know you like math. You and Brian, the two of you like math.
I try to make a decision about how much to put down on my house. I can put 20% down,
Right.
or I can put 25% down, right? The difference is around $50,000 between them.
Yeah.
Okay? So I did the math. If I put only 20% down and not 25% down, okay, the extra 5%, if I invest it, will pay my mortgage.
That's right.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, not only do I understand what you're saying, but let me even give an example to the audience. Okay, so I live in a very expensive house. My minimum mortgage payment is $17,800.
Okay.
That's my minimum mortgage payment. So I took $275,000 and I put it into a separate account. And that separate account draws every month. I draw enough money to pay my mortgage payment every month, except for 2 months that I was short about $2,000, $3,000 in one. But it was no big deal. I mean, obviously I have the money to pay for it anyway.
Yes, of course.
But my average draw was way over my mortgage payment. My average draw was something like $20,000. I can give you the exact number if I look it up. But it was something like $20,000 a month was my average draw. So I actually drew more than my mortgage payment every month.
And you can do a garage.
From $275,000. Oh, I got to tell you the story about the garage. You're going to die laughing. I almost called you last night. I had a problem.
Oh, no.
So since you brought it up, I'm going to bring it up. So I have a garage. I have a 4-car garage in my house, and now I rebuilt the garage. I have my doors go straight up, and my garage is very high. So I have lifts in my garage, right? So I have 4 lifts in my garage, so I could put 8 cars in because I like cars. And it's funny. I have 2.
We all do.
I have 2 daily drivers that I have to park outside because I can't. And they're both brand new BMWs too.
Yeah.
That I have to park outside because I have no room in my garage because of all the cars I have, including my Rolls Royce, right? So last night I brought home the Thunderbird.
Correct.
Because remember, I'm moving the cars from the warehouse to
Yes.
the garage because I haven't done it all yet because I just finished the garage. And I bring home the Thunderbird. Now my wife put the 2 BMWs at the top of the driveway,
All the way in the back.
and all the way in the back, and they were in the way of me bringing in the Thunderbird. But I figured I could probably work my way around it.
Okay.
And I quickly discovered that yes, I can work my way around it, but the angle that I brought the Thunderbird in
reverse? Okay.
was a problem. So I came in, I start turning into the garage, and I go on the lift, the ramps for the lift. To
Which
bring
bay?
The third bay.
The third bay.
Right. So the ramps are there, and I got to get up onto the lift, and the lift, it's about 4 feet high, 4 feet off the ground. I'm sorry, 4 inches off the ground.
Yeah.
And
the ramp.
right, and the ramps bring me up onto it, and then you put the lift up, you bring it up, and you put the other car underneath it, right?
Correct.
So I'm on a bad angle in the Thunderbird. Now remember, the Thunderbird is it's not really that much of a collector car. It doesn't really have much value to it. So I changed the radio. I put one of these cool Pioneer radios in there, and I have a backup camera, and I'm looking at the backup camera that I just installed. You know, there's no real.
It's mirrored.
Well, it's fine. It was fine, but there's no real. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But there's no real calibration for this camera. There's nothing, right? And it has these dots like other cameras have. Mm-hmm. You know, so I'm looking at the dots, right? I'm looking at the lines, and I'm trying to line up the two ramps. And I'm halfway in, all of a sudden, the car goes, boom! And I could feel the car move. I'm like, what just happened? I literally drove off the lift. So I came up the lift and drove off the lift. Now, both of my back wheels are off the lift, and my front wheels are on the lift. And the lift is about 4 inches high.
And it's a rear-wheel drive car.
And it's a rear-wheel drive car. And I can't figure out how to get the car back. I can't even get the car out of the garage. I don't even know what I'm going to do. And matter of fact, the funniest thing, I forgot to take a picture of this because you would have loved it.
No, why haven't you called me?
So I walked into the house. I said, honey, I need your help. Linda, I need your help. She goes, I go, Linda, I need your help. My car fell off the lift. And she's like, what? I go, it's not as bad as you think, but my car fell off the lift. I need your help.
I immediately think of the one that's up top.
Right, exactly. Right. That's exactly what she did. So it's like, what do you mean? And she's like, my Mustang's underneath that car. Because our Mustang would go underneath that car. So now she's like, we're trying to figure out, we put wood blocks on there. We put everything. So what I finally realized is we took the ramps from the front of the car, the ramps that bring up, and we put it next to the wheels, and we were able to use those ramps to get us back on the lift. And it worked, and we got it back up. And I looked over the car, I put it back in. I said, do me a favor, guide me this time.
Yeah.
And she's like, move over. I'm like, I would have never seen that, So we put it up in the lift, and we raised the car up. I get over the car to take a look at it, and there was like a slight scratch in one of the rims on the inside.
Okay.
So it was like, I don't even think it'd be a problem. Whatever. It probably needs new tires anyway, so I don't really care. So I put the lift back up. I pull her car back in, and it was funny because she was like, she was just laughing hysterical. I was laughing hysterical, right? In the middle of the night, we go to bed, and we haven't talked about it for a while.
Show me from the security cameras.
And, you know what? I might be able to.
I know.
I might be able to show you from the security cameras, right? So she goes. So I look at her and I go, I drove my car off the lift, and she just started cracking up in the middle of the night because she thought that was so funny. But you would have loved it. And I didn't know what I was going to do. I was trying to figure out, how am I going to get this car out? Yeah. I can't move the car next to it anymore because that one would hit this car.
Tow it out, I guess.
Right, I would have to tow it out, but if I towed it out, it would rip the car apart. So I got so lucky that we were able to figure it out. Actually, it was Linda's idea to use the ramps, so kudos to my wife because she's brilliant.
Good.
By the way, my wife really is brilliant, and it's a funny thing that, that it's hard to understand. My wife doesn't even understand how brilliant she is. So like my wife wasn't a high achiever in school, and neither was I. Right? Were you a high achiever in school?
I am.
Okay. Were you a high achiever in school, Brian?
Not in high school, no.
You were not, right? And
I didn't apply myself.
And you're extremely brilliant, right? So I believe that you, myself, my wife, we have the same problem. And the problem is we were so bored in school because our intelligence level is so high that the teachers just bored us to death, and we didn't really care. How many times do I need to do I don't even know whatever it was. How many times do I have to do this algebra program, this algebra formula that the class has spent a whole month on, that I figured it out 1 minute into it.
Yeah.
And why am I still looking at this? Why am I looking at the next thing? Why am I not looking at the next thing? Why am I not looking at the next thing?
So it's funny. I'm right now working on it, and I'm trying to do the same thing for my daughter.
Right.
With what they call the gifted programs and all that.
Yeah.
Because she's coming home many days and she's doing the homework and it's boring her.
That's right.
And it's amazing.
Right. And I don't learn the same way as other people learn. And so that's the big problem with society and schools, is everybody puts everybody in a box, which is always a problem. Yeah, you got to. So Omri's.
Okay.
So it's funny. So Glenn just said that Omri's drifting off in volume, which you are, but I think it's not your mic. I don't think it's you. I think it's your voice.
Okay.
I think my voice is doing the same thing, and I think your voice is doing the same thing.
I know, yeah.
And it's funny. Somebody just said that the ER department is loaded with people with respiratory problems, so it might just be this air.
I know. It's what's going on.
We're all having trouble with it. So that may be it. Cause
can't get enough oxygen.
I mean, I'm coughing all the time.
I know.
I'm actually shocked that I made it so far through this whole broadcast without coughing once.
We can take a break and go to commercial.
We
if you
should go to
want.
commercial anyway.
Yes.
And then when they come back, though, what phone number can they call in and ask questions about these crazy numbers
Yes.
that we've been getting, these crazy percentages? Or do we probably need to do it all over again, actually, after the break, because by now the Passport Mommy people are waking up.
Good. So you can call us at 855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. And you can start the call with, "Hey, how do you make such good money?" Commercials, please.
Hey, this
You're clear.
all right.
About myself for all these
Yeah,
years.
we know
Now
the
it's
air
time
is
for
clear
you
in
to hear
Florida.
from
I
Yeah,
don't know
thanks,
what-
Gary.
Why aren't we there?
Lives up to the promises. Larry's a great teacher. Teaches about the whole new approach to thinking about money. Taken to heart many of the things that he's taught me, and my financial life has improved.
Come to Investor Schooling.
Anybody seen
and
Charlie
you
in
can
a
be
while?
just like Charlie and
No, where
change your
is he?
financial life. Go to investorschooling.com. We will see you Thursday. This is Larry Steinhouse with Investor Schooling. Listen, you need to take a complimentary class this Thursday. You need to learn how to invest in real estate. You need to learn how to invest in the stock market. You need to learn how to invest in stock options. And you need to learn how to make
So you know
more
what I
money
really
than you've
want?
ever made before.
I want to know
Why
how many
aren't you
students we
here?
have.
Come to
How many honest students we have?
investorschooling.com.
Go to the last
Take
page.
a complimentary class
How
this
many-
Thursday.
No,
it's not
Go
on
to the
there.
last page.
It's on a different one
That's
here.
investorschooling.com. Take your complimentary class
I got it right
this
here.
Thursday. We'll see you there.
We have
7.
No, we have 26.
This is
26,
Dr. Dad
okay.
from
And
Investor
only
Schooling.
7
I
have
wanna reach out to all
responded
the
with
women
their
out there,
data.
And I want all the women to realize
Like
that they
I sent
are
out an email
empowered
saying,
and
"Send me
able to
your
go into
numbers," and
Investor
only
Schooling
7
to learn
responded.
how to
So that's why our
real
sample
estate
size is
investors
so.
and stock option investors and be able to live the life the way they want.
So we
Right
actually
now,
have
we are so
100%
focused on
success rate.
Dealing with the husbands and the families
Even
and the
Fra-
kids and
even
everything that goes
Francois
along with it. But it's time
Nutcase.
for us. It's our time
He's
to
a
be able
success.
to
He
do this.
just-
And you need to
he
come
just,
to Investor
he
Schooling
just
to learn how
stopped
to do
doing
this.
it.
Go to investorschooling.com. Again, that's investorschooling.com.
Hey, this is Larry Steinhouse with Investor Schooling. Listen, you keep wanting to take a class. I'll
When
tell
you
you
do
what,
it,
how about you download
when you do the
a free
percentage,
edition of
you
my
go,
book,
you go
Money
by
Hacks,
the
and learn
initial
about some of the things we
capital or
teach.
by current
You can
account
send
value.
a text message
Initial
to
capital.
26786
Really?
with the word hacks,
Wow.
HACKS.
That's their
So
investment.
that's amazing.
The word
That's
hacks,
their
and
investment,
you will get
right?
a
So-
I
complimentary
get it,
download
but
of
if they
my
can't
book,
drop to
Money Hacks by Larry
18,000
Steinhouse.
and they still
That's
make
26786
it's
hacks.
they
I hope you
still
enjoy
make
it.
this kind of average return.
Hey,
It's
this is Larry
amazing.
Steinhouse from Investor Schooling. We just finished up one of our radio shows that plays every
Yeah, I mean, there's-
Saturday at 1 to 3.
I think
and
it's
I'm here with
page
my
4. It
co-hosts. I
has
got to ask you, Omri, what do you think about Investor Schooling?
student A through G on it.
Community. All right, we just about ready to come back.
I'm loving these new commercials.
This is
We
all.
have the same
this is all 7.
adventure of making money.
What do you
This
think?
is all
Jeff?
7.
I
All
think
7.
that
What is that?
This is all
It
7.
lifts you up and is
Who
always
are the
happy to see
sponsors
you
right now?
progress and move forward, and it's a really great environment.
We
to
didn't
learn.
mention
Come
any
see us this
sponsors.
Thursday night at 7 o'clock,
sponsors?
investorschooling.com. Hey, this is
Larry, you just about ready to come back?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
You're a lot.
Back after this.
Okay.
You should become a real estate investor? That's right. You get to rent houses to really nice people who need houses. And you know what? When there's a housing shortage and you have a house for them,
Don't
they're
you like
so
wood?
happy. I've actually gotten
I don't want
hugs from
anything
tenants.
that's in a
come
bag
to
that you've had your hands in.
Hard out is the usual, 59.30.
Cool.
Complimentary
What
class
out?
this Thursday night, and this way you can get hugs.
Soft out.
Go to investorschooling.com. We'll see you Thursday night at 7 o'clock.
This program is paid for by investors.
You're live.
All right. Welcome back to the Larry Steinhouse Show. I'm here with Omri Morad and Brian Lorman, the stock option aviator. I am the stock option sultan. He is the stock option aviator, and Omri is the immigrant.
Yes,
We need an immigrant fund.
we should.
Should we come up with an immigrant fund?
I'm not ready.
So the immigrant fund would be this. I don't know what to do this week, so we didn't make you any money.
I hope not.
That's you.
I really hope. What?
Wow.
What do you mean that's me?
That's you. That's what you do a lot.
What am I doing?
You get confused a lot. You get worried.
I am getting worried, but I'm not confused.
No, you're not confused?
No, why would I
You're
be
definitely confused, but maybe we're talking about two different things.
Yeah, you talk about with stock
With
wise.
certain stocks, yeah. You get confused. You go through analysis paralysis, and we've already made thousands of dollars before you even make your first trade
Correct.
because you're afraid.
That's why I said it's not true.
No,
It's
what is
completely
it
not
then?
true.
Well, what is it?
I think Meta is the best example to the fact that I'm not afraid, and I'm also like to learn, and I'm a good listener. I do exactly what you do,
Right.
in many ways, but like you like to test sometimes theories with
Sure.
small amounts, I like to do that too. Now, I need to explain. I do it with my own risk, with my own money, in very small numbers,
Okay.
because with my way, which is very autodidact, how do you say it? Autodidact?
It's close enough.
How do you say it in English?
I don't.
Autodidact.
I mean, that can go in two different directions. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm not sure what you mean.
I'm not sure what you want.
Autodidact is when you learn yourself. You teach yourself. Autodidact.
I'm not sure. Well, okay, but
Whatever.
we know what you're saying.
So
Okay.
because of that, I learn better when I see
Right, so you have to
with the
experiment.
numbers.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I tell you, I will give you example. You talked about high school, right?
Yeah.
High school, I had problem with one profession, theoretical physics.
Okay.
You know why?
Why?
Because many things in theoretical physics
That's theoretical.
are hard to imagine in the mind. You can't imagine them. You can't see them in the mind. And it was hard for me. I was A+ in the labs, A+ in practical and all that. The theoretical was always hard for me.
So it's interesting you say that because you see the difference between Brian and I when we do trades, right? Mm-hmm. I can feel the trade, and he does the theory behind the trade. He does the math behind the trade. Now we almost always come to the same conclusion, which is really great. Which
He
means that
diagnoses
both of
more,
us are,
yeah.
that's what makes us a great partnership when we're trading in the fund. But it's very interesting to see the difference between the two trades.
Correct.
So sometimes I just see it. I can look at a chart and say, "Oh, let's go." And other times, and then Brian will look at it and go, wait, let me do this, let me do this, let me check this, let me do that, let me check this. And then half an hour later, he goes, yeah, I agree, let's buy it. And again, you're laughing. You get
best case scenario is a half hour later.
Right. But it's great to know two things. Number one, that he verified it by doing all that math. And number two, that we have different theories on how that stock is going to work.
Correct.
And why we know it's going to work.
Correct.
And like when you say Meta, like, we had some people who we put out text messages to. We said, hey, buy Meta now. This was about a month ago when it was 670,
June,
right?
Yeah, in the beginning of June.
It was a 670. I'm sorry, it was a 570.
So, no, exactly.
570, right? 570,
yeah.
right? And I said, buy calls on it right now. Now, everybody bought the calls because everybody listens to Larry and buys the
Correct.
calls, right?
And the stock kept
and
coming
it
down.
went down to 540,
540,
right? And
Yeah.
everybody's like, oh, Larry, you were wrong. I'm like, no, I'm not. Just hold on. Just hold on. Just hold on. And 2 days later, it popped over 600.
I think, what was the peak recently?
Well,
670.
the peak recently was 670, but most
670.
everybody got out.
Now, we all got out. I
Right.
believe we all got
Right.
out.
We all got out. We all made money.
Exactly. We have the bitter people that say, "Oh, why I sold? Why I couldn't wait more?"
Yeah, which is so wrong.
Exactly. When
You
we
made money.
get-
You made 30 to 40% of your money run.
You're out. Actually, with Meta, we made over 100% of our money.
Some of them did. Some
Yeah.
did. I didn't
In
because I
every-
was in at 670. Anybody went in at 640 made over 100%.
Okay.
But that's fine. It's all good,
540.
right? 540. Thank you. Yeah.
Correct.
But it's all good. And right now, I actually say if it goes below 600, it's time to buy a call.
Yeah.
So if it goes to 590 or 595, buy a call and play it to 650, and you're going to make money. Just make sure you do it within the next 2 weeks because you have to do it before earnings.
Correct.
If you do it after earnings, it's not going to work the same. So you have to do it now. And this is the stuff that we teach, and this is great stuff.
When is Meta's earning?
The 29th.
The 29th of this month.
Yeah, well, 29th or 31st. I'm not
Okay.
sure.
So-
But either way, it's a great plan. This is the stuff we teach.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the whole covered call theory is different. That's different than this because that's a quick way. That's a quick make money. The covered calls is consistent money we make month after month.
Correct.
How many? So we have a new program. It's called the Onyx program, and I'm going to tell you, it's the only program that I've ever heard of in my entire life because I've joined a lot of programs. I'm sure there's a lot of programs out there. You guaranteed to make money the first month, and the only reason I say that is because you can't not. So how many people since we started the program? We only started the program like 5 months ago, maybe. How many people have joined that program?
We have 26.
So we have 26 Onyx students with a 100% success rate. Not one student has not made money. So that's awesome.
What else people need to hear at home in order to understand that this works? I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe
Well,
they need to come in. Maybe they need to call. I don't
So
know.
I-
Whatever they want to do. But this is the greatest program ever.
There's two things that come to mind when you say that. The first one is in response to what you said about you learn a lot when you do it,
Yes, correct.
and that is absolutely true. But it reminds me of a T-shirt that's hanging upstairs in the front of the class.
Right.
that says, if it doesn't work out, what's it say, Larry?
If at first you don't succeed, do what Larry told you to do the first time.
Right.
Yeah.
And when we started this radio show, I said, as a trader, if you're going to get into this, you need to have a system, right? So at Investor Schooling, Larry teaches a system. And, once you start doing things within that system, you're going to learn like how you learn by doing this call or that call.
Yes.
So that is like gold to somebody who doesn't know, one, how to do it, or two, needs encouragement when they learn how to do it. They need encouragement to actually implement it. Now, the second thing is in response to that meta call, one of your students followed rule number 13, which says never sell at a buy moment, buy more instead.
Yeah.
One of the students bought more at 550 or 560, right? And
With what strike? Do you know?
Same
the
strike.
560s.
Yeah.
Okay.
It went from, so they bought at 570 and then it dropped, and I can't remember.
So in 570 they bought 570
they,
strike.
So they had they bought contracts at 570.
Okay.
And then they doubled up at 560, and then Meta popped in one day $63,
Yep.
and that person made a lot of money.
Yeah, they crushed it because they did exactly what they were supposed to do.
Yeah.
Now, it's amazing. Now, I just want to let you guys, if you guys are listening, if you listen for the first time, it's investorschooling.com. Investorschooling.com. You can go there. You can take a free class. We'll teach you some of this stuff. We can't teach you everything in one day because it's just not possible.
Correct.
But we'll teach you enough to make you understand that you can do this yourself. Everybody listening to my voice right now can do this. There's no doubt in my mind that you can do this. You have to have a little bit of computer knowledge. That's about it. You need to be able to go onto the website.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure it's even
It's not
required.
a whole lot of computer knowledge. But you need
You
some
don't
computer
need-
knowledge. Like you need to learn how to turn on a computer and go to Google.
you need to learn how to
and
turn
open up a trading
a
account.
website.
Right.
Yes, you need to go into a
If
website.
you can't do that, then you probably can't do this. You probably won't do this.
Yeah.
But then you probably we have to do it for you. We have the fund. If you're an accredited investor, you can be in the fund. But more importantly, come to Investor Schooling this Thursday night and check us out. Shake our hands. Ask us questions. If you want to ask us questions right now, what's the phone number?
That's 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. And we also want to hear from you. If you are students or if you know exactly what we're doing and you also have success stories, tell us what the resistance you get when you tell your friends, your family about what you're doing. And you try to make them join along, and what the resistance, what the excuses.
It's funny, isn't it?
They tell you.
The people say, "Oh, you, what a ripoff! You paid that guy to teach you that stuff? Ha ha ha!
It sounds
You should
like-
have never done that. It sounds like a Ponzi scheme. It's a
exactly.
ripoff. It's a
It's a-
blah." And it's the funniest thing that they say. Like, and the people come to us like, "My friend said this is a ripoff." I'm
It's
like,
a
"Well, what do you
pyramid.
think?"
Yeah.
Well, what do you think?
I don't know.
You think it's a ripoff? I'm like, no, I'm making so much money. How can it be a ripoff? I'm like, I know. So and then like, and it's absolutely ridiculous the resistance that people get because they don't think it can be done. And here's the reality, right?
Yeah.
The reality is, you ever hear the story about the crabs?
The crabs, no.
Right. So the crabbers, the fishermen, they put down a crab net. They put down
Those boxes.
right, the crab box, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the crabs walk right into it. They don't even like the top is open.
Correct.
They walk right into it. They fall right into it, whatever, and there's all the other crabs. And one crab finally says, "Hey, I wonder if I start to climb up, can I get out?" And the crab starts to climb up, and the other crabs, you know what they do? They pull him back in
Okay.
because they're afraid for him. And that's basically what your family is doing. Your family is, "Oh, no, you should stay down broke with us because it's much more comfortable place for you and for us." And why is it that your family who loves you doesn't want you to succeed? They're like, "Oh, I want you to succeed. You should get a good job and go to work and get a job that pays $150,000 a year because that's what I did."
They don't know better.
They don't know better, right?
Exactly.
I mean, I love it. Bohemian Rhapsody, one of my favorite movies. When Freddie Mercury, there's a scene in there where Freddie Mercury goes home to his dad, and Freddie Mercury's like, at this point, he's making a lot of money, not millions yet, but a lot more money than his father. And his father's like, "You should quit that job. You should quit this band and get a real job." And Freddie Mercury looks at his father and goes, "How'd that work out for you?" And I thought that was such a great line. I mean, it's my absolute favorite line in that movie, and it stuck with me because that's exactly what's happening right now.
It is.
Go to school, get a good job. Come on, the game of life. You ever play the game of life when you were a kid? You ever play the game of life when you were a kid?
Yeah.
What a ripoff that game is. That game basically says if you go to college, you get to the millionaire mansion.
Correct.
Baloney. You go to college, you ain't going to, not only you're not going to the millionaire mansion, you're automatically in the poorhouse.
You should go to Starbucks.
Because your student loans, right, yeah. Because your student loans are going to break you for the rest of your life.
And see if it's actually according to the game that a degree will get you higher salary.
Right.
Which is what this is exactly what the game teaches.
Yeah.
If you want the high-paying jobs, you have to get a degree.
Right, which is ridiculous in so many ways.
It doesn't go on.
Right.
Exactly.
In fact, it's funny because I have in my garage, right in front of my Rolls Royce, I have a poster. You know what it says?
No, I don't remember.
It says, "No one cares about your degree when you drive a Rolls Royce."
Correct. Yeah, I remember this one.
And I went to college for 6 weeks, and I've always been doing things like this. I've always been buying properties. I've always been interested in finances, making money in different ways. I've always controlled my own paycheck, or whatever that paycheck, whatever that pay is.
Me too.
And that's what happens. You came here, you came to America, and your life was you don't even go to work.
No.
You come to the office because you love coming to the office. You love hanging with us. We do deals. Matter of fact, you want to talk about our deal?
No,
that's
I want to talk
close at the end of the month. Oh, you want to wait till it closes?
Of course.
All right. Okay.
We will talk about that.
All right. We'll close.
This was an interesting deal.
Yeah, it was a great deal.
I know.
It was the deal that you wanted to walk away from, and you almost gave it to me, and I refused to let you give it to me.
It's more complicated than that, but yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about it next week.
We will talk.
Okay, because I don't think
we have closing next week.
No, I think it's the week after.
Okay,
closing,
sure.
We'll talk about it.
The radio show is not going anywhere.
No, the radio show, right? We'll be here.
Exactly.
So
I want to tell you that when we started to talk about the garages and the cars, I was amazed when I did the calculation with the mortgage, that the fact that this 5% that I will keep to myself will make my mortgage payment basically invisible to me.
Yeah, exactly.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's the 5%.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right. It's not a lot of money.
It's
not about $50,000.
Yeah, it's 50 grand.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild. It's just wild. I couldn't believe it. I think when people think about paying their debt all the time and have zero debt, they don't consider how much money they can make on the money they are borrowing or money they have right now in their
instead of
pocket.
paying back. Right. People make this mistake all the time. They go, I have $100,000 in savings and I owe $100,000 on credit card. I'm going to pay the credit card off and be out of debt. That's a big mistake. That's a mistake in so many ways. You should take that $100,000 that you have and invest it in something that will make you enough money to pay more than the minimum payment to your credit card every month. And then you still have the $100,000. You have an income generating machine, and your debt gets paid by your asset.
Yeah, basically, right?
Instead, the other way, you gave up your asset, and guess what? You're going to be in debt in a month anyway.
Correct.
So stop doing those things. Stop doing Dave Ramsey ideas. Dave Ramsey is the king of mediocrity. All right, I love Dave Ramsey because he'll take somebody who has, they're $100,000 in debt and they make $100,000 a year and they have no idea what they're doing and they're spending all their money.
I think it's privilege.
And he stops them and he changes says stop doing that, pay off your credit cards.
It's privilege.
Which is fine, but hold on.
Yeah.
But that's just plain mediocrity. I mean, one of Dave Ramsey's things is he says, don't buy an investment property until you pay your house off. How dumb is that? I say buy investment properties to pay your house off.
Before.
No, you buy your investment properties to pay your house off, right? So you're making so much money in your investment properties that you pay your house off with the money you make in the investment properties.
Correct.
It's silly.
Every time I had money, I bought another investment property.
That's right.
And what did I do? I kept living in rent.
Yeah.
Why? And it worked well for me.
Yeah.
Now, yes, as much as properties around us here raised, our investment property also got raised in money. Now, let's say that I can sell my investment properties and buy the beautiful, biggest house, the house I'm dreaming on, right?
With no payment.
With no payment,
right.
It's mine.
Right.
And
you
then,
can buy a $2-3 million house right now with no payments.
Easy. Now
right.
I'm asking you, what happened the next day after I move in?
Right.
How do I pay the mortgage?
Well, you don't have to pay the
No mortgage,
How do you-
right?
right, you don't have to pay.
But-
how do you pay the taxes? How do you
to-
pay the electric bill? How do you pay the grass cutting? How do you pay the maintenance, right?
Exactly,
And if
on
you
everything.
keep the houses, the other houses, you're making your money off it to pay all your mortgage payments and everything else. You now can live the lifestyle, have
That
other
you
people
want.
pay for it.
Exactly.
You know what people who pay for your houses are called?
Yeah. Tenants.
Tenants, yes.
It is. My tenants. It's,
Right.
It's exactly that.
They're the ones who pay for your houses.
So it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild, and I think I think Mr. Ramsey say that as a privilege, because he's in this position that he has so much that he can.
And he's a liar.
Afford.
He's a liar.
He can afford himself to be
Right.
out of debt. He
Right.
can afford that. He can afford paying his own house before he buy investment properties. How many people that sitting in his rooms have this privilege? None.
He's a liar too.
Why?
Because I guarantee you that he leases cars. I guarantee you that, he says he doesn't. I guarantee you that he has whole life insurance when he says I wouldn't buy whole life insurance, because he needs these things for estate planning. He needs whole life insurance for estate planning. If you make that kind of money, you must have whole life insurance for estate planning. You can't have term insurance for estate planning. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
Right? Also, leasing cars for anyone who owns a business is a tax benefit.
Mm-hmm.
My Rolls Royce. So it's funny because the people who have, there's people who know how to circumvent the rules, right? If I lease a Rolls Royce, I get a better tax advantage. Now, I didn't want to lease it. I wanted to own it.